Well, Bodada, I'm back on the mental. And yeah, so growing up as a kid, my father, my tide, used to have the Loveland garage, just at the back of me there, just down the bottom of Love Lane. And we were the only taxi in Denbigh in them days. Ah, this sun is bright. Zoom in, but I don't know if you can see the mental. But yeah, we were the only taxi firm. We used to do a lot of taxi work to and from the mental. And one of them, well, that's when I used to jump in the car quite often. Oh, taxi to the mental or what have you. And I used to have a ride out. And yeah, that's when I witnessed a patient falling to his death. I was at the mental, and I was the only one that witnessed it. There's a lot of debris after the last storm. So yeah. Anyway, there's the mental. So I'll carry on down to the front gate. But yeah, just to do a lot of taxi work, and one of them was the wages run. I used to collect the wages for the entire staff of the mental. And it was, the code word, if you can call it that, was Wells Fargo. We used to get a phone call, it was every month, and the phone would go, "Hello, Loveland Garage," and all they would say, the wages clerk, was when they were ready, you know, for the money, they'd just say Wells Fargo, and then we knew then. So I said, jump in the car, and it was always my mother that used to do the Wells Fargo run. We used to go to the Midland Bank, the top of Vale Street, and just wait outside, and two of them used to come out, two of the bank workers, and they'd have 2 bags each chained to their wrists, and it'd be full of money. But you think in them days, it would be the late 60s, money, you know, in them days there was no bank transfers or anything like that. It was all cash. So there must have been thousands, what it must have been worth in them days. And the bank manager used to come out, used to look round first to make sure, you know, there's no one loitering about. And then like I say, the 2 staff would come out with these bags full of money, 4 bags chained to their wrists. And then we'd take them to the mental, and they'd go up through the front gate, and then up through the front doors. And it'd be a few hours. About 3-4 hours later, they'd phone up and say, "Oh, they're ready to, you know, go back to the bank." Like, but yeah, used to think just a normal car, you know, normal taxi. In them days, 4 bags full of cash. We never used to worry, never used to think nothing of it. And that was the Wells Fargo. Like I say, the entire staff of the NWH. So God knows how much money was in them bags. But we never used to worry, never used to think, oh, are we likely to get robbed and stuff like that. Nowadays it's like bank transfers and stuff like that, innit? So yeah, like I say, quite often I'd jump in the car, you know, if there's a taxi from the mental or to the mental or whatever, yeah. And that's why the day I witnessed a patient falling to his death, parked up, and it was my mother then went in for the fair. Went through these gates here and we parked up. I've talked about this before and I'm going to talk about it again, I don't care. And yeah, we pulled up outside the front gate there, went up the steps, and I was in the car, and this patient came out, and it's something I'll never forget. His pyjamas on, dressing gown, he had a shaved head, slippers on, and he stood on the steps and he looked down at me and I was looking at him, and then he just attempted to come down the steps. He never put his hands out or nothing, he just fell, bang, like that, head first, and he was just still. And then, you know, people come out, and he, you know, next minute he was surrounded by people and what have you. And then they phoned up the next day and they said as soon as he hit them steps he was dead, and I was the only one that witnessed it, and I'll never forget it to this day. So yeah, so I just thought I'd share that with you. Wells Fargo. The good old days.